293 votes for. Decision approved. 293 MPs voted to appoint Oleksiy Lyubchenko Minister of Economy. Besides, he's also taken the post of First Deputy Prime Minister. Prior to his appointment, Lyubchenko chaired the State Tax Service. The new minister identified the development of small and medium businesses and the achievement of economic independence of Ukraine as the main priorities of his work. It is extremely important to continue cooperation with international partners, including the IMF. We plan to give a new impetus to the work of an expert credit agency as well. Besides, we'll also deal with improvement of the international trade cooperation system. We'll determine the priorities of geoeconomic activities of Ukraine and restore the effective operation of trade and economic missions. Oleksandr Kubrakov became the Minister of Infrastructure. Earlier, he chaired the state agency of roads Ukravtodor. In 2019, he became the Member of Parliament, being in the list of the Servant of the People Party, and later won the competition for the post of Chairman of the State Agency of Roads of Ukraine. As for the results of 2020-2021, we are going to repair almost 40% of the main roads of the state. Among my priorities on the minister's position, I'd like to mention the following. If we talk about railway transport, first of all, this is stabilization of the financial condition of the state railroad agency Ukrzaliznytsia. If we talk about the work of the State Transport Safety Service, this is, first of all, the start of automatic truck weight control. Former ministers Ihor Petrashko and his colleague Vladislav Krikly will receive new posts and continue their work, the president assured. However, as for ex-Minister of Health Maxim Stepanov, this situation is not that simple. The Prime Minister could no longer work with Minister of Health Stepanov. I didn't intervene into the situation for a long time. I was afraid of destabilization in this complicated time of COVID pandemic when replacing the Minister of Health. The chief state-centered doctor of Ukraine, Viktor Lyashko, became the new Minister of Health. He said fight against COVID-19 pandemic would become his main task on the post. I worked in the Ministry of Health as a chief specialist, head of a division and director of a department. Overcoming coronavirus disease is a top priority issue for me. We will do everything so that Ukrainians can get vaccines, work and travel. But this pandemic is not over yet, and unfortunately it is not the last. That is why the biological protection of our citizens will become a priority for the ministry. According to Viktor Lyashko, the first step in fight against coronavirus is vaccination of Ukrainians. They plan in the ministry to fully vaccinate 5 million Ukrainians during the summer. Reported by Vadim Kramer and Artem Holub, UATV News.